on Iwtv News.
New York, New York. Black tie time.
Out of the regular workday clothes and come here and see everybody all fancy.
Mission accomplished. It's for them.
Opportunity of a lifetime for the students are here, myself.
Football, baby. Like bowling pins.
I can't do it without these guys.
One game at a time. It's in the net.
You gotta bring it every single day.
From the campus of Iowa Western, you're watching Iwtv News.
Hello and welcome to our latest edition of Iwtv News. I'm JJ Davis. Man, they were decked out the other night. Reiver Country put on its best and hosted its biggest fundraiser of the year. And of course the theme? Well, I'll give you a hint. The Big Apple.
Don't you know each time it rains, and it's from heaven.
Those pennies and more are open up for grabs at the annual Black Tie Harvest for Scholarships.
You'll find your fortune.
Over 400 honored guests park on the street at the Tavern on the Green in Canesville Arena.
Your umbrella is upside down.
Cost of education continues to rise, and we've got to find ways to reduce that, and that's through scholarships. So we appreciate everybody being here tonight, giving their time and also their money to be able to move forward and keep Iowa Western going.
Keeping Reiver Country going through, among other things, a silent auction, signing up for a number of items up for bid, as well as taking a few selfies, laugh, and have some fun.
Fun to get gussied up a little bit, you know, out of the regular workday clothes and come here and see everybody all fancy.
I wouldn't call it the night of the year because there's so many things that Iowa Western does that are fantastic. But from a community standpoint, it's their chance to see it, to experience it live. It's just a wonderful night.
I think it's a very worthy cause. Iowa Western does great things in the community. They offer wonderful programs. I know the trades programs are doing very well, and we're so happy to be able to support it.
Well, we've been coming to this for over 20 years, and it helps Iowa Western, to be able to support a lot of the students.
I was born here in Council Bluffs, and to see the growth of Iowa Western over the last 45 years, amazing. And to be able to give back to the campus and be recognized with the Excellence Award that establishes scholarships for young people here, it's a great night.
Hi, my name is Noah Sopran. I'm a sophomore from Lincoln, Nebraska, and I am in General Studies.
A great night to hear and see the future. This Tavern on the Green is just the tip of the iceberg. The annual Black Tie Harvest for Scholarships. Pennies from heaven and more.
You'll find your fortune falling all over town.
Moving outdoors. Football, baby. 2 more in the bank. But next up, time will not dim the glory of their deeds when we come back.
From the campus of Iowa Western, this is Iwtv News.
Action!
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
As the first Hueys entered service with the...
This is obviously a story close to my heart because I'm a baby boomer and I remember. So when Iowa Western threw its hat into the ring and took on this story, it came and comes from the heart. Because you see this story, over half a century in the making.
But the Hueys' performance during the war became legendary. Over the course of 11 years, more than 7,000 Hueys were deployed in Vietnam, flying a staggering 36 million sorties.
Over 50 years later, one Huey is found in pieces and is restored to its glory in the Iowa Western Aviation Maintenance Center. Number 532 will be the centerpiece for the Nebraska Vietnam Veterans Memorial. And taking front and center in memoriam for the unveiling of this very emotional piece of history, the original crew chief and crew.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I grew up watching the names scroll by on TV. Why is it so emotional even after 50 plus years and I wasn't involved?
They were like, hey, what did you do in the Army? And I said, well, I worked on helicopters. They're like, fantastic, we got a thing. And I was like, oh, cool. They're like, hook up with Dylan.
I'm just so excited for it. Pressure washing it over and over and over, getting it clean so that I could feel okay about sending students inside to work on it. Because when we first got it, I don't know how many possums or whatever was living in there, but there were a lot.
This memorial was really about the men and women who gave their lives and the pain that had caused their loved ones that had to live with it. Much gratitude goes out to all of the college students from the Iowa Western Aviation that helped in putting this helicopter back together. He left the war and came back a man. So many don't understand the reasons we are free.
I'm really pulled it out with the Cynthia. I was going back, checking them.
Super excited.
Are you numb?
Wow. Yeah, pretty numb.
Overwhelmed.
I'd like to kind of sit at the one spot.
What's going through your mind right now?
It's perfect. Snoopy on the front is perfect.
Yeah. I can't even imagine.
Everything comes back, man. All of them. The good things and the bad things.
Did you ever think you'd see this again?
No, we never did.
I don't know, I'm just overwhelmed. So, there's so many memories. Dylan, you guys done an amazing job.
Just an opportunity of a lifetime for the students are here, myself and everybody involved. This is going to be around for a long time. A lot of people are going to see it and just what it represents.
The Viet Cong soon learned to aim their automatic weapons at these slow-moving troop transports. With helicopter losses mounting at the landing zones, it became clear the Slicks needed more than their own door gunners to suppress enemy fire.
It means a lot. I mean, it's just amazing to be able to get our students involved in history.
Yeah, I would say that it was more emotional. I knew that for the people involved that it meant more than and then I would be able to understand. So it felt good to be able to help and facilitate in that.
Learn how to work on a new helicopter, and it really means something to the veterans, it seems like. So it's nice to get a chance to work on something that means something to them.
You're getting a chopped up Huey. Who's going to put this thing back together? And then Iowa Western steps up with the aviation program and says, you can use our space, you got our students, we got the programming, we're going to put it together. That has just been amazing that they would do that.
Time will not dim the glory of their deeds.
So true. That is so true. And I think it was Chuck Hagel that said, as long as you speak their names, they're remembered, and that's what we're trying to do with this memorial.
A memorial that's been 53 plus years in the making, and the men who signed on for this emotional memory from another time and another very distant place. This Huey helicopter, number 532, was found in pieces, but through a labor of love has found a home and a permanent resting place. History called, Iowa Western answered. Who answers the call? Special people. But first, football, baby. The Reivers run with some cats after the break.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back.
when you want to talk, I'm here.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world? You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
It's real simple. Iowa Western owns Ellsworth. What, the Reivers have only lost to the Panthers once? In how many years? And throw in the fact that the dark side defense has given up just 20 points in its first 3 games. 20 points! So I think we know the name of this tune. The cheer squad firing up the crowd, and then it's time. The third-ranked team in the nation takes care of business. First quarter, Aiden Edens calls his own number. 15 yards, and Iowa Western's up for good. Now, Ellsworth, just 75 yards of total offense. Jackson Filer, the first of his 2 sacks. Second quarter, up 14-0. Edens, an 8-yard laser to Tyshawn Jordan, and it's 21-0. The dark side, 5 sacks, 8 tackles for loss. Marcel Tyler in on the fun. Drink up, MT. Water in full supply. Now, Aiden's injured, so in steps James Graham at QB. No problem. Number 4, 9 yards for the score. 28-zip Reivers at the half. The sweet music keeps coming in the second half. Now, Graham, a sophomore from Fitzgerald, Georgia, runs for 4 touchdowns. And throws for 1 more. Great catch, Tate Schmidt from 20 yards out. The Reivers with their second shutout of the season, 52-0.
I thought our guys played well, and we battled some adversity with
Aiden out, and then, Andre out, and Aiden coming in playing extremely well. He goes out, and now we're drawing up stuff on the sidelines that James hasn't had a lot of chance to work on.
I've been ready for it. My moment came, and you saw the performance.
How do you rate your performance today?
I'll say about a 75, 70. So that's not even half of what I can do for real. So.
The most sacks in school history. Team award?
Definitely a team award. Definitely. I can't do it without these guys.
We have to get better and concern about ourselves and get better, and I thought we did offensively today. Defensively, we're still playing at a high level. A lot of guys got some action. When you put it all together, a lot better.
Next up, at Independence, home against always tough Snow and Butler, as the real fun about to begin.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And then there's that first road game. Now, the third-ranked Reivers drive into Kansas for the first time in a few times this upcoming season, and this one went to the Dogs. The Reivers in all white, ready to white out the Scotties. First quarter, the quarterback, Andre Goodman, right up the alley from 5 yards out, but the home team comes throwing back in the second.
Wide open.
Tie game. Sam Wilbur steps in and drills a 23-yard field goal late in the half, and Iowa Western's leading the T-Rexes at the break, 10-7. The offense puts a drive together in the third quarter.
Williams will take it. Bryant Williams untouched into the
Bryant Williams, his longest run of the day, 22 yards. The visitors 9 plays, 80 yards. Williams, who runs for 75 on the day, the last 10 here, 17-7 Iowa Western. The dark side harasses Highland all game long. Marcel Tyler and Big Blue, 3 sacks, 10 tackles for loss. The third-ranked team of the country blocks 3 kicks. Now the Scotties just 89 yards of total offense, also picked off 3 times. The Iowa Western offense, 355 total yards, 195 on the ground. The Reivers humble Highland 24-7. How about the men's soccer team? The top-ranked and unbeaten Reivers keep on winning. Despite the inexperience, the injuries, Iowa Western has yet to lose. Windy day out on the pitch as the top-ranked Reivers tackle the Triton. Just over halfway through the first half, Jesus Vincente runs it down. And Junior Casillas puts a lid on it. The home team breaks the goose egg, exchanging notes for the second half. 72nd minute, Wawa Palga slips past the back line and slips it in. Iowa Western KO's I Central 2-1.
I'm really happy with the group, really proud of their fight and effort. We had a lot of stuff kind of fall our way the last few days, and the guys just were resilient and they figured it out. We just got to keep going. We just got to keep getting better. Like, there's no real other choice than that other than just keep getting better and keep, figuring it out. We're bruised, we're battered, we're very young in the back, but we got it done, so take it and we go.
The number 1 team in the nation runs its unbeaten record to 10-0. Then it's the women's turn to find the back of the net. First half, at the 29:09 mark, Hannah Schimmer comes screaming in. The freshman from AL, her 12th goal of the season, and that puts a smile on their faces. Second half, corner kick, Courtney Harrison. Say what? The Reivers take it, 2-0.
I thought the girls, they played a great game. I thought they were, on the day, they were fantastic. Their goalkeeper played, Iowa Central's goalkeeper was fantastic. She came up with 4 or 5 really, really big time saves. I think we need to grow up a little bit and get on with things. And they shouldn't feel bad when things don't go their way. They just have to get on with it. We like to compare ourselves to butterflies. Right now, we're in the larva stage, and earlier in the season, we were ugly caterpillars with the goal to become beautiful butterflies by the time the national tournament runs around.
The Reivers win their 5th straight and run their record to 6-3-1. Reivers run with 20th ranked Indian Hills, winners over the number 6 Iowa Lakes 3-1. First half, Edo degli Innocente from outside the box. And Big Blue was on the board. Now it stays that way till the second half. 72nd minute, Ibrahim Conde. And the home team's in command 2-0. Head coach Mike Brown sees his team give up 2 goals in 4 minutes. The visitors with the penalty kick. And it's a tie game. Iowa Western fights right back. Junior Casillas in front. But the Warriors storm back and even the score, so we're headed into overtime tied at 3.
Everyone believe in yourself, because I believe in you no matter what.
And that belief turns the tide. Second overtime period. Hero time for Ethan 4-4. The Reivers outgut Indian Hills 4-3.
It was an easy finish. You know, all the work was done by Edo, so I got to give him credit. I was just in the right place at the right time.
They brought it, and they're going to bring it every single time. I mean, and now we've got Indian Hills and Iowa Lakes that are both going to be top teams. And so, you know, you've got to bring it every single day. And so it's a great learning experience, great opportunity.
A game, a goal to remember. Top-ranked Iowa Western stays unbeaten at 12-0.
Hello.
The women then look to win their 6th in a row. First half, 31st minute. Marta. And the freshman from Spain gives the 8th-ranked team of the country the lead. Second half, how about the first-year player from Abraham Lincoln? Come screaming in. Hannah Schimmer. And it's 2-0. Just over 4 minutes later, Courtney Harrison with the cross. Piece of cake for Lexi Cook. And Iowa Western outscores Indian Hills 3-1. The Reivers now 7-3-1. It's been a crazy season so far for the volleyball team. A lot of new faces as expected. A lot of injuries, so it's been up and down. But the Reivers are fighting through it, and it's beginning to show on the court. The Reivers back home looking to cage some Tigers. First set, Denali Jones hammered down, and it's 14-11 Iowa Western. The home team closes out the set, 14-2 run. Thank you, Madison Haberman, Lewis Central. And then Charlene Antonio finds the open floor. Rockies rocking. Oh, Big Blue 25-13. Set number 2, same as the first. The serve and then the volley. The Reivers by 3. How about a block party? All Iowa Western again, 25-15.
And keep the communication. When you guys were smiling and communicating.
The visitors put up a little more of a fight in the third set. Antonio hammered down, and Big Blue is just on its way, dominating at the net. For the block, the Reivers sweep M-Town, winning the third set 25-23.
We did some really good things tonight. I think we are growing as a team in a lot of different ways. We've had a lot of challenges thus far this year. We've had, several injuries that we're trying to make adjustments to the lineup, see kind of what works. The past few matches here, we've really tried to settle in and be a more consistent team and try to keep our lineup as consistent as we can.
Our thing right now that we're kind of doing is do you, and focusing in on what that's part of the controllables is just doing you and doing your part, and things will get done.
One of our 4 values is having fun, and we've been working the last couple weeks to make sure that we have fun in practice and in games, because we play better when we have so much fun.
I think the team's grown the most in just handling what's coming at them. I think that's been our biggest challenge as well, but I think we are growing through it.
It is a process. Next up, 7 straight on the road. Iowa Western won't be back home until the second weekend in October.
Reivers on 3, 1, 2, 3, Reivers!
And finally, bye-bye time. Getting ready to graduate on the other side.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
This happens, what, 3 times a year? And every year, it's emotional for some and others. Gradfest for the fall of 2022. It's like leaves, and like leaves, students feel like they've fallen in the right spot. Reiver Country. Candy. Did somebody say candy? All part of a ritual that's repeated every semester. It's a rite of passage that never gets old. Gradfest for the fall of 2022.
I did have a gal this morning. She was doing the thank you photo, and the little light came on of, oh my gosh, this is coming close, and it's coming very quickly.
Very quickly for around 300 or so soon-to-be graduates. The balloons, the alumni shirts, the pictures, all part of the final countdown.
It means growth and friendship and accomplishment. I didn't think I was going to be able to graduate, and now I'm going to graduate in December.
It's just been a place that's close to home, and it's like a small start to like a bigger future, because if you go right into a big university, it can be a little overwhelming.
Picture? And it has changed. When I first started doing Grad Fest, it was more of a cap and gown pickup event. We had transfer schools here, and it was just kind of a year-end celebration. But now it's a graduation kickoff event.
With 2 kids, you just kind of have to go with the flow. You can't push, especially when you have so much you already have to do. But I'm doing it, and I did it.
And ready to thank Mom and all the people who helped make it all possible. Did somebody say candy? Gradfest for the fall of 2022. It never gets old, and it tastes so good. Another opening, another show. Yes, sir, we got another one in the books. Are you having fun yet? We are, can't you tell? And so for this latest edition of IWTV News, I'm JJ Davis, and as always, I'll see you around campus.
IWTV is online. Like us, follow us, watch us.